Multiples, as you probably remember, are when you're counting by a number and you say that number. So sometimes, if we're counting by twos, for example, and we say 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on, we're listing the multiples of that number. And what it is, it's a product of a number and a counting number. So if I asked you to find the first 5 multiples of the number 4, what we would do is we would take those numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we're finding the first 5 multiples of 4, and we'd multiply each of those by 4. So we're going to take a look at how we can use a number line for this and how we can list them out. So if I'm finding multiples of 4, I'm thinking, well, what's 1 times 4, right? Because that's my first multiple of 4. Then I'm looking at what's 2 times 4, because that's my second multiple of 4. 3 times 4. 4 times 4. I think we said we were going to list the first 5. 5 times 4. So you'll see that I'm taking these 5 multiples, right, my counting number, and I'm multiplying them each by 4 because that's what I'm listing the multiples of. So I'm going to take a look at this number line here and just quickly demonstrate this for you. So I know that 1 times 4 is 4. That's my first multiple. I'm going to give it another jump. My second jump by 4 is 8. So then my third multiple of 4 is 12. My fourth multiple of 4 is 16. And my fifth multiple of 4 is 20, because I did 1 times 4, 2 times 4, 3 times 4, 4 times 4, 5 times 4. So I know the product of 1 times 4 is 4, right here. I know the product of 2 times 4 is 8. The product of 3 times 4 is 12. The product of 4 times 4 is 16. And the product of 5 times 4 is 20. So now what we're going to do is we're going to translate that into fractions. So before we just did the first 5 multiples of the number 4, now what we're going to do is we're going to list the first 5 multiples of 1/4. So here's my fraction 1/4. So it's very similar to what we just did, however, we're using a fraction. So if I'm listing 5 multiples of 1/4, what I'm doing is I'm solving 1 times 1/4, 2 times 1/4, because that would be my second multiple, 3 times 1/4, 4 times 1/4, and then I'm going to write it down here just for space, and 5 times 1/4. Okay, so I'm looking at my number line that I can use in a minute as well to help me. So 1 times 1/4. Here is, I'm just going to change colors. Here is 1/4, right? So 1 times 1/4, we know that anytime you multiply something by 1, it just stays at itself. So there's 1/4, okay? Now 2 times 1/4. That means this is 1, so I have 1 more, right? 1 more jump. 2 times 1/4 is the same as 2/4. 3 times 1/4, and here I'm just counting by 1/4. 3/4. 4 times 1/4, and I'm thinking, I was counting here, I was noticing a pattern, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. I know that 1 is the same as 4/4. I'm going to write it there. I'm actually going to just write it like this, 4/4, so I can keep an eye on that pattern. And now 5 times 1/4. Same, I know that 5/4 is the same as 1 and 1/4. 5/4. So what I did was I took my whole number and I multiplied it by my fraction, right? 1 times 1/4 is 1/4. 2 times 1/4, I'm counting by 1/4. 1/4, 2/4. 3 times 1/4, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. 4 times 1/4, I'm going to count 4 times. 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, and so on.